Hey everybody. So we're gonna do something different today. We're gonna do a live in the car. I just got back from my cardiologist appointment. Apparently I needed to go to get another EKG rating because the one I got last week, something was wrong with it. And thankfully we just found out everything's fine. So nothing's wrong with my heart. I got surgery scheduled on Thursday because I probably have thyroid cancer. And I'm gonna go live whenever I can to just talk about that because I'm very nervous and excited to get this out and see if it's cancer. It probably is. And do I need more surgery? I don't know. But I'm interviewing my husband, Chris Blessing, while he's driving because he has gone on this journey with me and it has been stressful. Um, we've been like, I have cancer. Maybe I don't have cancer. I probably have cancer. What's going to happen to me? It's been a very emotional journey. And my sweet husband has been very supportive, but also very stressed out. So, Chris, say hi.
Hello.
And please tell everybody the negative stuff. What were the dark thoughts you had? And then after you talk about that, we'll talk about how you figured out how to like be so amazingly supportive to me, which you have been. I mean, he just took off work to take me to this appointment because he's incredible. So what's been the dark thoughts when I was like, I think I have cancer?
You woke me up in the morning and told me you had cancer, but I didn't know because I didn't talk to the doctor or anything.
Be a little louder.
But this is a lot of talk.
Yes, I woke you up when you were sleeping because my doctor called me at 8 in the morning and you were still asleep, so that was fun.
But then I didn't have any of the data to know what was said or anything about it. But she told me she had thyroid cancer, and so I was worried about her health and I was worried about her mental state too, because of course that's a horrible thing to hear. But then as time went on, and she had the test, I wanted to see what they had, and when we talked to the second doctor at the thyroid place, it was like, well, we don't know that it's cancer yet, and they have to send it off for molecular testing. But in the meantime, I assumed she had cancer. The first thing I did was I learned more about it, and I used ChatGPT, which is trained on peer-reviewed like medical information. So it does a really good job because every time we go in, it jived like statistics and everything, and procedures and what could happen with what we heard, which is so different from what if you Google some medical condition, that's not always the case. So I wanted to be informed, so I knew kind of what to expect, and then like also because I fear that I didn't know anything about like how dangerous thyroid cancer was or how treatable or like anything, because your cancer, of course, and it's scary always because it's we've all had people in our lives that have been affected by cancer.
So my sweet husband, I would send him the like when blood tests and biopsies would come in and on my like my chart thing. He would take my phone, look at it, copy and paste it, put it in ChatGPT, read about it for like hours after I'd go to bed. And I was not stressing about the results. I was like, oh, my doctor can just tell me. And then I'd wake up and he'd be like, okay, good news, Sarah. Here's what I found out. And he'd lay it out. Then I'd go to the doctors and they would basically say very similar to things to what Chris researched. So for him, researching helped calm him down, right? Because it was so uncertain. You hear the word cancer and we still don't know whether it's cancer. It's like 70% chance that it is, or it could be cancer. So that's been kind of stressful, not knowing for sure. So I just thought that was interesting that one of the ways Chris handled his stress was factual research. And it also really helped me because I was talking to my therapist about it and he was worried that Chris researching it was stressing me out. I'm like, no, my husband is doing incredible research and it seems to be very accurate with what the doctors are saying. So that was interesting. Okay. And then you started getting nervous, Chris, because the surgery's coming up. We have it on Thursday. My husband took off work. He's taking me. And he started getting stressed with the anxiety of the surgery. So tell everybody how you handled that anxiety and how you channeled it into being just so supportive.
How about I finish real quick
Sure.
with what I was trying to say? So one reason I didn't stress as much because I could look at the statistical data and see that thyroid was a very treatable,
Right.
for the most part. There are some rare ones that are much more aggressive and scary. So there was always that my thought in my head that what if it's that? So there's a lot of what ifs, but I tried to just I've dealt with a lot of health issues with family members and things. So because my parents are older and things, but I always try to focus on one step at a time and see what the doctors, the experts say, because that's going to be your best, is to make sure to hear what they say, because they know this is what they do for a living. But yeah, no, the surgery, I was starting to get a little stressed. I mean, I feel confident, but talking to the surgeon, she's amazing, and that made me feel good. And then she told us what she thought would happen based on what she saw, and she's been right about all that. Because I mean, she has some experience in what she knows, and she's an expert, and she does a lot of this. And then also the fact that she's had her thyroid removed and everything, and how great she seems to do, like healthy. And
it was nice to see that.
It was encouraging. So like if they do end up removing the whole thing, but I got a little stressed or I've been a little stressed before the surgery, but I did. I can't get therapy right now. They're too busy, I guess, to call.
Chris, like, when was it? At least a month ago.
Yeah, but
you signed up and you're on a waiting list.
I mean, I can survive. I just thought it might help me be better supportive for my family. I can cope. I've coped with enough in my life.
I try to ask my therapist the things that he's stressed out the most, and my therapist will be like, he'll like give me what I can maybe tell him to help him, and sometimes that helps. But yeah, Chris definitely's got enough stress in his own life. I wish I could just give him my therapist, but that's not how it works.
So I can cope, but I found too another thing. I use ChatGPT to help. It has great therapy advice, amazingly. Like I said, I'm stressed out, and it's not like it told me anything I probably was too big of a surprise, but it said focus on what's in your control, and I know that. But it was good to hear that. It reinforced, like, yeah, you're right. That is exactly what I need to do, and making sure that Sarah's getting the proper diet and healthy, and then emotional support, and then and not go too far into the future of what ifs. Just and then that would help keep my mind distracted. And if I feel a certain way, to say it out loud to myself and acknowledge my own feelings, which I don't know. I don't know that I've done that. I think that my feelings are clear to myself already, but I don't know. But keeping myself busy always and focused on what I can control, it's always a good thing to do. So that was reinforcing. So that's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, so we just went to the grocery after the doctor appointment, and he's like trying to get me, what did ChatGPT say? Lean protein. And
well, like anytime you're injured, which surgery is an injury, basically, your body needs protein to recover. I know that. I know there's certain vitamins and things and minerals that you need. So I've been focused on making sure Sarah's getting. I know zinc is one of the things, and fish is good for zinc. I believe it's zinc, or I think it might be zinc.
So we picked up fish tonight, and my husband's the main cook. I'm so lucky. He makes us delicious, healthy food. And so he planned a meal that sounds delicious. And I'm just feeling really grateful because my husband's been so supportive. Like, there are days where I barely talk, and I am the most talkative person. You guys see that. And Chris looks at me with worry in his eyes, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm just processing everything." And he's like, "Okay, I'm here if you need it." I'm like, just saying that is so wonderful. And then the next day I'm fine. I'm back to being normal self. But I'm anxious about the surgery. I just wish it happened right now. It seems like time is moving very slowly. Thursday is taking forever to get to. So I just can't wait for it to be over. And then I want to know, is it cancer? Do I need more surgery? Do I need radiation? Or am I okay? Am I done? And I just have to be patient. But overall, so thankful. I've got this great surgeon. I've got this great husband. I've got so many friends. The church down the street from me, our neighbor church, the people there are going to bring us dinner 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. I'm like, that is so sweet. And I bet it's going to be a lot of food. So I bet we'll be able to eat that for days and days. And then I've got friends coming over. Jennifer's going to come over on on Friday and see me the next day. She's going to drop off her kids from school and come right over. And that just like, I'm just looking forward to that. I get to be with my friend that I love. And then I've got another friend, Amanda, that has never even been to my house before. She messaged me, she's going to come over. And I'm like, what a joy. So when these people asked if they could come over and see me, I was like, yes, come and see me. What a gift. So I got that tip from a lot of you all. You all said accept the help. And I'm like, I'm going to do that. If they're offering, then they don't mind. Because normally I'd be like, oh, no, we're fine. I don't want to bother you. But now I'm like, no. I would love to have these people come over and see me. So I'm just really thankful. I'm nervous. I think my 14-year-old's a little stressed with it. The kids, the twins don't really, the 6-year-olds don't really get what's going on, but I think it's affecting my 14-year-old some. And I don't know whether I'm doing the best job at helping him figure it out because he doesn't exactly say it, you know. But I want to thank you all for being on this journey with us. If you have been on something similar, please put it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Please share this stuff. We're just trying to be very open and honest and help as many people as possible. I'm sure many of you either have your own health problems going on or you have family members or friends that you love going with that have health issues. So I appreciate all your tips and I just appreciate you going on this journey with us. And I'm doing a live with Karen Straight Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. to talk about the upcoming surgery. And so that should be pretty fun. I love getting to talk with Corinne. She's amazing. And thank you all. And thanks, honey, for doing that interview. He was thrilled when I suggested it.
I love social media.
Yeah, he's not a big social media person, but he's on there so much because I'm always tagging him. So he looks like he's on social media, but he is not. So I just love him so much. Thanks for being so supportive. And you guys have a fantastic day.